Noah Rosenblatt from UrbanDigs here, and you have a seller, and that seller wants a local area report, don't they? And that seller wants a building review of similar properties to them, don't they? And that seller wants a comps report to tell you what is my proper pricing range for this property before I even go on the market, don't they? Well, we got you covered. I want you guys to check out the property pricing wizard tool, proprietary technology here at UrbanDigs, and you have access to it. We got Sally Seller. I know you have Sally Seller also. Sally Seller needs to sell and needs to know what's going on. Let's go help Sally out. Start right here on the dashboard, generate a pricing report. We're going to go ahead and we're going to add the building address. We're going to put in the unit number and we're going to click Start Property Pricing Wizard Tool. What you need to know about this tool is it a step-by-step wizard that allows you to create a multifaceted report, starting with a CMA report, going into the building activity matrix, and finally doing a comps report all in one. I am going to show you how this tool works. You start by validating and fixing any information about the target property. You're then going to go ahead and you're going to go select a maximum price. Always good to do a minimum price as well. Go ahead and hyper-localize the area, the property type, the bed count, bath count. We have a whole bunch of search filter options that you could use. But basically what you're doing is you need to use this form to localize a search for competition that the target might be facing. Step one, start wide. Check out the area, see what's going on. How do we fit amongst the other competition in the area? And then after that, we'll get closer in on what that building is doing. But let's start with the CMA report. I'm going to go ahead and click search. The system is going to tell me, based on the parameters that I entered, my active, in contract, and recently closed property. You, of course, can go back to search if you want to get more granular or expand wider out. But your main job is to go over each of these statuses one at a time and select the listings from these results that are relevant and close in price and presentation to your target unit. That is your overriding job in this tool, is to go through it and say, yes, that is competition. No, that is not competition. Yes, that is competition. And as you start selecting units for your report, you will notice the drop down that appears on the bottom of the page. CMA report, 2.21 million. Every time I select something, that is updating and changing in real time. Do this for active, do this for in contract, do this for closed, do this on your own time. I'm just here to give you a kickstart on how to use this tool. When you're done selecting the CMA report and the numbers make sense to you, click on next step in the upper right, and let's go to the second level here. Let's focus on the building. As we all know, every building trades like its own market. That's why we did a report outside first, and now we're going to go break down the building. In this step, it's going to outline other 2-bedroom, 2-bath listings and sales in the target building. Just like the CMA report before us, we're going to go ahead and select listings that we think should be a part of this analysis, and that's competition for my target property. I'm going to go right to close. I'm going to do the exact same exercise. If you don't select it, it will not count in the numbers below. Only what you select is what's included in the conclusions and the ultimate report. When you're done picking all of your relevant active and closed, if there was in contract, I would select those too. You move on to the final step, which is the comps report element of this tool. This is my most challenging tool that we offer. We have a video tutorial for you right over here. If you could nail this, consider yourself a master of this tool. What you're supposed to do is select suggested comps. If you see a best fit or other tags over here, that is your cue to strongly consider that. Select comps and then go ahead and make adjustments. I'm going to go skip 22A. That's a 3-bedroom, not a 2-bedroom. I want a 2-bedroom, and I'm going to click on 8A right over here, 18A right over here, and I'm going to stop. I understand that's a little further away, but I want to get something else in this report. When I'm done selecting my comps, I can go ahead and click next step. And this is where you have to act like an appraiser. This is where you need to tell the system all the differences between the two comps that you selected, 8A and 18A, and how they relate to the target property that you're trying to sell. Sally Seller, she has 11A. So you're going to go through this comps table. It is basically a clickable Excel file. You click to open, you make an adjustment, and you click to close. You have 4 types of adjustments here in the vertical market like Manhattan. You have renovation adjustment, you have market adjustments, views adjustments, and you have size adjustments. And I went ahead and I clicked on each one of these question marks to show you that you could do the same thing and read all the little tips that we put here for you to understand this tool. But basically, these comps are different from my target, and we need to put it in parity by using the intelligence and the wisdom that we have with these properties. If there's a market adjustment, UrbanDigs will go ahead and set it for you, but you can go ahead and move it one way or another as you see fit. Same thing with views. UrbanDigs will take into account a views difference, but if you think there's more of a premium or less of a premium that needs to be calculated in, just go ahead, click the cell, make the adjustment, and then click to close it. At the end of the day, all of the adjustments that you made for each of the properties will reflect in this price estimate down here. Let's just go ahead and do it. Hey, Sally Seller, I selected 2 comps for you, 8A and 18A. And after adjusting for renovation, market adjustment, views, and size, I am coming up with 2.09 million as my midpoint of these 2 comps. When I look in the area, CMA report, I'm coming in at 2.11 million. And when I look at the building, I'm coming in at 2.53 million. You do this based on each property that you're doing. If you could master this tool, you will be able to do full, independent, trusted, and unbiased property pricing reports, starting wide and then getting more granular to the building for every property and every Sally Seller that you encounter. Noah from UrbanDigs, good luck out there.